Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. For those of you that haven't met me before, I am Gemmalinaker and today I am going to be your yoga teacher for this wonderful vinyasa flow that we are about to take together. And you guys are in for a little treat because normally my YouTube videos are no longer than 30 minutes long, and today we're just going to stretch it out that little bit longer on our mats. So as always, make sure you check the description below just to make sure that this class is suitable for you and at your level of practice. By all means, you can join us and modify wherever you can. And if that sounds right up your street, come and roll out your mat and I shall meet you over here. So we are going to get straight into it. Let's come into any comfortable seated position, cross legs or feet together. For those of you that have been practicing with me a while, you will know that I am now around 4 months into my ACL rehab recovery, and there's going to be a certain couple of poses that I will need to modify on one side. So just bear with me, ground into the sitting bones, remove the flesh from the sitting bones, and just find your comfortable seated position. And yeah, in light of my injury, make sure you're looking after yours. If you have any niggles, just act with intention and kindness. Okay, so let's bring the hands onto the knees. Let the shoulders drip away from the ears. Knock out any little fidgets that you have. Sit up nice and tall. And just breathe. Noticing where the breath lies for you today on your practice. Maybe just scan what's the type of breathing that you are doing today. Are you breathing from the chest? Does the breath feel really tight in the chest? Or are you absorbing belly breathing? Is the breath fluid and soft? And is the breath coming from the belly? And ideally, this is what we want. We want this belly breathing, just like how a baby would do. As they inhale, you notice that the belly rises and balloons. And then as the exhale arrives, the belly falls all the way back towards the spine. But often society, it makes us breathe from the chest, tight. All the external factors that happen around us often leads to this tight chest breathing. And so for a few more breaths, let's just focus on that belly breath. Belly rises and balloons as we inhale. And then the belly falls back, deflates on the exhale. We'll do that one more time. Belly breath. Focus your attention on the breath and on the belly. And release, deflate. Wiggle the shoulders. Keep arriving into your practice. Opening up the eyes. Let's inhale, reach the arms up tall. And then let's take the spinal twist over to the left. So the right hand cups around the kneecap. Fingertips drop behind us. And we can either keep the eyes closed or gaze over the back shoulder, sitting up nice and tall rather than slumping all the way back into this back hand. Rinsing out any fatigue that we can feel in the torso as we twist and cleanse. Inhale, reach both arms up tall. And then exhale, twist over the other side. Notice how that feels for you. Notice if this posture is really serving you. Maybe you have been feeling super tight up in the chest and the torso. Let's take that one more time, each side. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, take the twists. Now, if you want to, you can bind this back hand around so that the fingertips can lace to the inside of this right thigh. This just deepens the twist and the stretch across the shoulder. And again, this is optional. Inhale, raise both arms all the way up. And then exhale, twist the other way. So now you have the option to bind this arm around the back. See if you can lace those fingertips towards the inside of the thigh. And then inhale, reach both arms all the way up, press the hands together and bring the hands all the way down towards the heart center. And then moving into a lovely side body stretch, place one hand down, reach the opposite arm all the way up, begin to bend into that elbow as we search for that side body stretch. Wrapping the bicep just over the top of the ear. Inhale to center, reach both arms up, and then exhale, side body stretch all the way over the other way. And we'll take that one more time each side. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, glide it down. Rotating the chest all the way up towards the sky. Inhale up to center, and then exhale over. And then bringing both arms behind the back, thumbs facing forward, fingertips back. And imagine you have a piece of string attached to your chest and a set of balloons attached to the string, and it's really lifting your heart space all the way up. You can drop the head back if you wish to. And release. Beautiful. We're going to bring the legs out wide. So bringing those legs out nice and wide. Heels grounding down, toes flexing back towards you, and you can sit on a brick if you wish. Just give you that little pelvic tilt forward. Engagement through the legs, and just place both hands down or hands on top of the thighs, hold there. And for many, this is enough, you're really starting to feel that stretch into the groin. For anybody that would like a little bit more, you can walk the hands forward. Maybe there's a little bend at the elbow. Maybe you can bring the forearms down. Keep the toes drawing back. Beautiful stretch. Last belly breath here. And walking the hands all the way back up. And we're going to bring one heel in towards the groin. I'm going to bring my right heel in towards the groin. And then looking towards the outer foot. Take an inhale. And then exhale, walk it over. Now what you can do, if you can reach for the toes with that outer hand, you can reach for the toes and keep drawing this right hip all the way back and down. Or you can just take a little lean forward, hands just at the top of the knees. You should feel a real nice outer body stretch. that's also stretching deep into the outer hip. And then sliding all the way back up to center. Now placing this furthest hand away behind you. So I don't know what side you've just done. So place that back hand all the way back behind you. And let's begin to lift the hips up. So slide the hips up. Remember, it doesn't matter which side that you do, as long as you repeat the other side. Lift the heart space up, push the hips forward. And I quite like to lift my back toes towards me. Beautiful. And then lower all the way back down. We'll repeat that the other side. So do your opposite leg, bringing the heel all the way in. So this is my injured side. So bringing the heel in as close towards your inner thighs as you possibly can. And there is my stop point. And then we're going to just start to fold towards the opposite leg. So hands either side of the leg. Breathe in, sit up tall. And then as you exhale, begin to fold. If you can reach for the toes, reach for the toes. So this lengthens out at the side body. That's not available. Just take that outer hand to the outer part of the leg and you'll still feel that stretch there. You have permission to shuffle around, maneuver, find fluidity. Melting down and into that deep asana as you breathe. And then sweeping this outer hand back behind you. Let's take some flight as we lift the hips all the way up towards the sky. Draw the back toes towards you. And then with ease and control, land the sitting bones all the way back down. Bringing the soles of the feet together. Lift the hips up, slide them back, and then bring the heels in that little bit closer. You can take the hands to the ankles or the shins. And again, sit up tall to find that length. Holding here, just checking if you are keeping grip of tension and resistance around the knees and around the hips. And often we can release that tension with the breath. Breathing in as we find that lightness, and then as we exhale, we tend to find that depth within the posture. Now as the spine stays nice and long, let's begin to dome the upper back as we round. And we just sort of fold forward, chin in towards the chest. Keeping heaviness and depth in the hips. Wonderful, and then coming all the way back up to center. And bring the knees together. Knees, forehead touch. Now allow the knees to go back all the way out to the side. So we're back in that Baddha again. Bringing the hands behind. And then let's close this posture, bringing one knee on top of the other. and take a twist. Twisting all the way back behind you. Coming back to center, open up the posture, and then opposite knee slides on top, close, and then take a twist. Sliding back to center and meeting in tabletop pose. So come on, find your tabletop. Cushion the knees if you need to. Fingertips facing forward. Slide those hips over the knees and arrive there in tabletop. Notice how that feels for you and wriggle around. If you need some fluidity. Let's take some cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly. The chest moves forward, the tailbone lifts. Exhale as we round and release the breath. Inhale, drop the belly. Tailbone lifts. Exhale, push the earth. Let's dome and round. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round. Bring the spine all the way back into neutral and then flip that right foot out to the right. Modified side plank. And then raise your top hand all the way up towards the sky. Hold there. Now allow this arm to drape over the ear. The bicep may even kiss the ear. Palm facing down and lift the heart space up. Now begin to lift the arm all the way back up again, up in line with the shoulder, pushing into the earth, and see if you can hover that inside knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it all the way down, and then flip back into tabletop, but this left leg extends all the way back. We float the toes off the mat. Right arm reaches forward, thumb up towards the sky. And then begin to bring the heel in towards the bottom. Maybe you can catch the foot. And begin to find that swan lift. Chest is moving forward. Kicking the foot into the hand. Stretching the quad. For 3, 2, and 1. Release with control. Repeat that the other side. Wiggle around. Let's flip the foot. Find that modified side plank. Reach the fingertips up towards the sky. Bring life through the fingertips. And now let's touch the bicep towards the ear. Lift the heart space. Press the foot into the earth. Reach the arm back up tall and hover the knee. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. With control, all the way back. Lifting that right leg back into space, and then left arm stretches forward. Now you can stay here, or you can find that swan lift again. So reaching back for the toes, kicking the foot in towards the hand, gazing forward. For 3, 2, and 1. With control, release, and then all the way back down. Wiggle around. Let's curl the toes under, send the hips to the sky, finding your first downward facing dog. You can wriggle around, pedal out. Pushing the chest back towards the thighs, armpits back towards the knees. And we can twist. Nod, shake the head. We're going to take 5 ripples. So let's inhale as we ripple into plank pose. And then exhale, bend the knees, lift the hips to the sky, downward dog. Inhale, ripple forward. Exhale, slide it back. And again, inhale forward. Exhale back. We'll take that one more time. Inhale forward. Exhale back. We're going to bend the knees, look forward, either jump, step or float towards the top of your mat. Inhale as we lift halfway. Exhale as we melt all the way down, forward fold. You've got the option to cradle the forearms. Or you can bind the hands behind the calves, behind the ankles. You can bend the knees. Just find some decompression for the lower back. And then bend the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, hinge, lower down. Inhale, lift up, halfway lift. And then exhale, jump or float back for chaturanga. Inhale, float through upward dog or cobra. And then exhale it back, downward facing dog. Nod, release. We're going to do that 2 more times. Bend the knees, jump, step or float, top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale the breath, melt down the legs, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the sky, press the hands. Exhale, swan dive as we forward fold. Inhale, lift up, halfway lift. Exhale the breath, chaturanga. Modify if you need to, you can bring the knees down. Keep the elbows squeezing in towards the ribs. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, picking the thighs and the shins off the mat. Exhale it back. Downward dog. Okay, let's do that one more time. Bend the knees, look forward, jump, step or float, top of the mat. Inhale, lift up half, flat back. Exhale, bow, forward fold. Inhale, find length as you stand up tall. And exhale as you swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Jump, step or float back, chaturanga. And again, you can do that knees, chin and chest. Breath in, upward dog. Or your cobra. Exhale back, downward dog. Nod, shake, release. Wag the dog's tail. Bend the knees, look forward. Jump, step or float, top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Create space for the chest. Exhale, bow, forward fold. And then inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Press the hands together, but this time bring the hands all the way towards the heart space. Now we're going to step out wide on our mat. So bringing the feet out wide, heels kicking towards the back of the mat, toes tracking forward, and then just pinch the 2 big toes just in about 1/2 inch. There we go. Check if that alignment serves you. If not, shuffle around. And then land into the hips, land into the feet and into the legs. I'm going to inhale, grow tall. I'm going to take a wide leg fold. As we exhale, engagement through the legs, draw the kneecaps up the thighs and begin to fold with control. If the hands release towards the earth, place the hands down. If not, no stress. You can place them on a brick or you can keep them towards the legs. Allowing the crown of the head to find heaviness. And with the breath, the crown of the head starts to feel that lightness as you bathe into the posture. So just walking the hands forward, taking that halfway lift, trying to find that nice flat back. Place the right hand underneath the face as we raise this left arm all the way up. Gaze up towards the thumb. And now you have the option to bind this outer arm around the back, let the fingertips lace to the inner thigh. Lift the shoulder up towards the sky, hold there. And then reach that arm up nice and tall. Opposite hand comes down. Let's repeat that the other side. Reach that arm all the way up. And then if you want to bind that outer arm around the back, lace the fingertips towards the inner thigh, lift the shoulder up, hold there. Wonderful, release that arm up, place the hand down. I'm going to lift into a goddess pose. So I'm going to kick the heels in and begin to sort of track the knees over the ankles. Draw the tailbone down, lift the chest. So sinking nice and deep into the hips. I'm going to place the hands on top of the thighs, thumbs wrap to the inner part of the leg. I'm going to take a breath in, and as we exhale, right shoulder forward, left back. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist over. Inhale to center. Exhale over. And then inhale to center. Exhale over. Wonderful. As you bring the hands back into center, stand up tall and then heel toe the feet together and bring yourself back to the top of your mat. From here, let's take a big inhale as we sweep the arms up, pressing the palms together, and exhale, big wide arms, swan dive as we forward fold. Inhale as we take a halfway lift, create space in the chest, and step it back for your chaturanga. Inhale as you sweep the chest forward, upward dog or cobra, back bend of your choice, and then exhale it to the sky. Downward facing dog. Again, feel free to find some fluidity in your downward facing dog. Pressing the weight into the left foot, bring the left foot into the center of the mat and begin to sweep that right leg all the way back into space. Gazing forward, come and step that right foot in between the hands and drop the back knee all the way down. Begin to find that low lunge, squeezing the inner thighs together, raise the arms all the way up. Bending at the elbows, moving the chest away from the pelvis, cactus arms. Begin to frame the front foot as we begin to hover the back knee and find that high lunge. Raise the arms up. From here, let's revolve this high lunge by taking the right hand all the way down the back of the left thigh if you can reach there. If not, don't worry, you can place the hand onto the hip. Find a variation that serves you. And if you would like to challenge yourself even further, you can see if you can gaze over that back shoulder, squeezing through the inner thighs, grounding down through the feet, driving the front knee forward. Remember to breathe. And now let's transition high lunge, shoulders square off to the top of the mat. Reach the arms up high and then begin to open out into warrior two. So the knife edge of the back foot is aiming towards the back of the mat. Driving the front knee over the ankle. Nice, beautiful, soft arms. Warrior two. Now let's reverse the warrior. As we glide the back hand down the leg, the opposite arm reaches up and over. Hold in there, maybe you smile. Slowly transition all the way down into a runner's lunge. The back heel lifts. Take plank pose. Hold. And then exhale the breath. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale back, downward facing dog. Long breath out. We can pedal out. Give the hips a little shake. Nod the head. And we're going to aim now to work through the opposite side. So from here, the opposite leg starts to lift back into space. And now we're going to step that foot through, plant the foot down, and slowly kiss the back knee down. Squeeze through the inner thighs, raise the arms all the way up, low lunge, moving the chest away from the pelvis. Let's begin to cactus, dropping the elbows down, sending our heart space up towards the sky. Hold in there. And slowly plant the hands down as we curl the back toes under, squeeze and steady. Whoa. Challenging my knee injury, sweep the arms up. Hold there. Stay strong through the legs. Ready for our revolved transition from high lunge. Taking that back hand down the leg and then reaching the opposite arm up and over. Gazing over the back shoulder if you would like the challenge. Remember, you don't have to. And then square the shoulders off into your high lunge. Transition, open out, Virubandrasana, warrior two. And then from here, let's take that peaceful warrior as the hand closest to the back of the leg slides down and our opposite arm reaches up and over. Maybe we can gaze all the way up there to the fingertips. Paint a rainbow in the sky as we cartwheel the hands over, runner's lunge, lift the back heel. Take it back into that strong plank pose, hold, take a big breath in, exhale down, chaturanga. In breath, upward dog or cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Long sigh out. Slowly dropping both knees down and coming onto our back. And we're going to take an inversion. So the inversion we're going to take is shoulder stand, and we can have 3 variations of shoulder stand. You can either place your legs up against a wall and butt your bottom close to the wall, or you can allow your legs to lift all the way up there into the air with no support behind the heels. Or we can work on taking the shoulder stand, bringing the knees close in towards the chest, build a little bit of momentum, maybe tap the feet down and then rock up. Hands are placed behind the back. Shuffle your triceps, your biceps all the way in, tuck the elbows in, and then begin to raise the legs. Walk the hands all the way up the back, and chin stays tucked in towards the chest. Take flight. Enjoy. And then if anybody has plow pose within their practice, by all means take plow pose, but just listen to the body. If this is no longer serving you, then stay in a variation that works for you. If you can bring the toes down towards the floor, let the toes kiss the floor, or you can place a block for underneath your feet. Just building some flexibility there for the spine. And then slowly, with control, come all the way back out, vertebrae at a time. Let's link that into a happy baby, catching the outer edges of the feet. And we can rock from side to side. Noticing how your body feels. Noticing any changes that you have felt during today's practice. And you can hang out in Shavasana, so you can kick out whenever you want to into Shavasana. Stay there for as long as you'd like. Take relaxation, take rest and nourishment. For a moment, we're just going to slide the soles of the feet together. Place the hands on top of the thighs. Allow the knees and the thighs to hang heavy. Remove the resistance. And breathe. And if you are considering a longer Shavasana today, by all means, go and layer up. Blanket maybe and a pillow, depending on how long you have got. Or if you need to slide all the way up, come up to the top of the mat with me, crossing the legs, ground down through the sitting bones. Take a moment to honour your practice, to honour yourself and your commitment to showing up for a better mind, body. Breathe. Go back to that belly breathing. Belly balloons, belly falls, removing the breath away from the chest. Notice all the sensations you feel. Placing the hands together. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed the class, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Share with your friends, your family, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel as it helps us out. Thank you so much. I shall see you on the next one.